Hello again, everyone. We're not going to tell you that you're going to see a great fight. We don't expect it to be a long fight. We're going to tell you we think you may find some moments of boxing excitement. And above all, there is a dramatic story of journalism involved here in a heavyweight named Earnie Shavers, who's had 2 cracks at Larry Holmes, lost both times, almost nailed him in the 7th round of their last match, but suffered, as you look at Earnie right there, suffered a detached retina, and now seeks, in a remarkable story, to come back from that. And that's why he's worth watching today. Let's develop the story. This was September 28th last year, 3rd round action. Shavers against Holmes. Holmes dominating by the use of the long left jab and with his side-to-side lateral movement. Then suddenly an almost unnoticed blow that may have changed the fight. Right there. It was there, that blow, that Shavers later said, together with his manager Frank Luca, detached the retina of his left eye. You can't see it well in slow-mo either, but listen closely to Ernie Shavers.
They completely closed up and the vision was bad. I was trying to fight home with one eye. If I hadn't been thumbed, I think the 7th round when I had him down, I could have finished him off. I couldn't see him proper.
Well, he's gone properly enough in the 7th round to have scored with that stunning right. Holmes was wobbly, got to his feet, and it seemed he might be ready to be taken. Finished off right there. But this is where Shavers had the eye problem. Watch closely. Swinging wildly and missing frequently, as you just saw. First with the right and then the left, then that right. So Holmes got out of trouble. And net, they got to the 11th round, and Shavers was physically spent. The fight was stopped. Earnie was defenseless. He had missed the big opportunity. And here in the 11th round, you see it vividly. The referee interceding at the proper time. And so, there is Ernie Shavers, now attempting his comeback. Listen to Ernie.
Well, at first, I was a little afraid because I didn't know it was wrong. That's why I went to an eye surgeon, and he told me what was wrong. Then I was afraid a little, yeah.
I saw him late on one evening, and the surgery was performed the following day. The retinal detachment that Mr. Shavers had sustained was characterized by a large tear in the retina that was of such extent that the retina had actually folded back over itself. When I saw Mr. Shavers, he was legally blind in that eye.
Really, I thought my career was over. Those thoughts went through my mind. But I was prepared to accept it if he said the career is over. Hey, it's one of those things. I just wanted, mainly I was concerned about saving the eyesight.
So he underwent surgery, an operation similar to that which you're looking at here. New techniques of microsurgery employed. A few years ago, perhaps little hope. But now, the retina reattached, and Ernie Shavers' vision 20/20. But the question, what about his boxing career? Can that eye take the punishment of ring combat?
Nobody really knows. Again, it is my opinion that the eye structurally now should be comparable to another eye in terms of the risk factors for re-injury.
So at 34 years of age, that's the listed age, Ernie Shavers resumes his boxing career. Why? Well, obviously, money a factor. But there have been many great fighters who have fought past their time, as Ali is now planning to do, and as another former champion did, Jersey Joe Walcott, studying Shavers in a workout. Now, the Jersey Boxing Commissioner. He knows what it is to drive a man because he became the champion in the late 30s. His late 30s. Never gave up, nor will Shavers.
I would like to fight Mr. Holmes again for the title to prove to myself is he a better fighter, or not. Because I wasn't at my best for the fight. Not making excuses. Holmes is a fine fighter. But I want to prove to myself, in the 3rd title shot, if he's a better fighter.
There's Ernie Shavers. We're back live, looking at Ernie in the ring. That was his manager, Frank Luca. His record, 58-8-1, 56 KOs. That's the opponent, Bernardo Mercado. There's the record, 24-2, 20 KOs. This much can be told about Bernardo Mercado. He does have a strong overhand right. His stamina is questionable. He started off staggering John Tate in one of his defeats in the first round. In the second round, Tate got to him, and he folded up. He also was knocked out by Mike Weaver. But for the rest, if he can set the pace and keep his stamina, that depends on his conditioning for this fight, he can be dangerous. Quick thing to look for is Shavers going to keep his hands up in front of that damaged eye and fight protectively. That should be the key psychological question. The bell for round one will develop the rules as we go. Scoring's on a round basis in this fight here in New Jersey with a supplemental 5-point must system. Should a tie eventuate, that would break the tie. A tie in rounds, that is. There is no 3 knockdown limit per round. Can't be saved by the bell except in the final round. No standing 8 counts. Mandatory 8 count, of course, for each knockdown. The 19-foot ring, big ring, shouldn't really matter. Neither man is a skilled boxer. This should be a slugfest. First round earlier today, Leon Spinks, Eddie Animal Lopez fought to a 10-round draw in Las Vegas. Earnie keeping that left up in front of the left eye. Mercado scoring quickly with his left. If Earnie fights self-protectively, you can understand it, but it will also affect his ability to put away an opponent. Mercado seems to have hurt him. Earnie's trying to cover up, and he's protecting that eye. So very quickly. And Mercado is working over that left eye with his own left. He's getting to it. You saw that left get in there just a few seconds ago. And again. There. All right. He claims slip. The referee agrees with him. The referee is Paul Venti of Jersey City. The judges are Charlie Spina of Lyndhurst, Milo Savage of Trenton. They will score the fight. At best, it was a grazing Shavers right, and quickly Venti said, no, slip, as Mercado gestured to him that it was a slip. You see the countdown in the lower right-hand corner of your screen as we approach the end of round one. Without a knockdown, but with Shavers fighting protectively and Mercado working over Shavers' left eye, which underwent, as you learned earlier, microsurgery. We're back live in Great Gorge, New Jersey. The bell for round two. Frankie Lucas, the manager of Shavers, giving Earnie instructions. We started to get him going at the end of the round, he said. Work over that midsection, and then move upstairs. But Earnie is going right upstairs. Earnie beginning to connect, put his punches together, better than in the first round. There's a good jarring left, and Mercado was hurt. Now you saw, and you see again, Shavers going to the midsection. The mouthpiece is out. Mercado hurt and holding on. This is the second round. The early going in it. And Shavers, a much different fighter in this second round. Mercado's mouthpiece gone. Referee Paul Venti separates the fighters. Earnie now following Lucas' instructions, working the midriff over. There, that right to the body. Maybe you hear Frankie Luca. He's almost over my microphone. I'm under the Shavers' corner. separating. A cut. Shaver's left eye. You see the touch of blood there. The eye that has a surgery. Mercado hurt Shavers with a good jolting left. Mercado with a cut. Blood, the right eye. That left by Shavers staggered Mercado, or at least snapped him backwards. Mercado already with a cut over the left eye, over it, which can affect, as you know, vision. And Mercado with the look of a tired fighter. A caution from Venti to Shavers about the use of the head. Body counting down to the end of round 2.
All right, let's break. Step out.
Back live, Great Gorge, New Jersey. Shavers to the left of your screen. Mercado to the right. This is the start of third round action. No knockdowns yet. One that looked like a quick flash knockdown in the first round by Shavers. But it was ruled a slip, and I think rightly so. Shavers did not get off well. Fought self-protectively in the first round, understandably. And inner concern about that left eye. He comes off one of the most dangerous pieces of surgery you could want. Detached retina. There's the right. First the left, then the right. The first knockdown. Blood. A huge new gash pouring out from under Mercado's left eye. That's where the right struck him. Earnie all over him for a quick kill. Earnie with a touch of blood, not on the eye, but the bridge of the nose. There's the right again. Earnie looking to end it. Another right. Mercado now staying afloat only because of the ropes against his back and showing a great deal of courage. Mercado just covering. The fight gone out of him, but the courage still there, hanging on. Earnie not yet able to finish it. One knockdown thus far in this, the third round. The crowd chanting, Bernie, Bernie, and Earnie, Earnie, which is the overriding chant. Some respect for the Colombian's courage and a great deal of respect for Ernie Shavers. There you see him staggering, taking a fearful beating. Mercado, I don't know how he's standing up. Shavers, one of the authentic punchers of our time. He is pummeling Mercado the way he KO'd Kenny Norton in the first round. Earnie himself tired now from the punches he has thrown. But Mercado stands. The left side of Bernardo's face a bloody mess. Mercado has survived. We'll have a look at that knockdown in that round. Watch. Now watch Earnie come up. First the left, and then left to the belly, the right to the face, and down went Mercado. It's the only knockdown in the fight so far. The corner working furiously over Mercado. Manny Siaka, the trainer, Hugo Barat, and Gustavo Pabon. There are the men in the corner. Look at Mercado. Good close-up of the face, the left side of it there. Patching up a gash over the left eye. And then a huge gash. Now, Frankie Luca working over Shavers. Look at Shavers' left eye, the one we have developed the story upon. It is the story of Ernie Shavers and his comeback effort here. The bell now for round 4. He is showing Jersey Joe Walcott. Referee Paul Venti is Shavers' right glove. Frankie Luca over me in the corner shrugged as if he doesn't know what he's examining. Changing gloves here on the fighter. Very quickly. Now let's see if I can ascertain the reason. What the referee found, what the Jersey Boxing Commissioner.
All right, let me bring it to the commissioner. Come along. Get the tape off. Cut the whole thing.
As soon as they've changed that glove, time, of course, suspended. We had just begun the 4th round.
Don't pull it down, man.
Paul. Paul trying to get the attention of referee Paul Venti, who's supervising the changing of the glove. Jersey Joe Walcott again examining the gloves. I'm gesturing to Jersey Joe to try to get him over to my side of the ring, and I think he's coming now. Jersey Joe Walcott is coming over here. We'll have him on mic in just a moment. This is worth getting to the bottom of, even if the action resumes. One of boxing's most respected people. Jersey Joe. Joe.
Yes,
Joe, why the reason for the change of the fighter's glove?
well, the glove was split. There was a bust and a burst and a blitzing glove, so we had to exchange the glove for the right hand.
I see. You got into it quickly. Your referee did. He deserves credit.
Yeah, oh, he's a very good referee. The guy's one of the best referees in the country.
All right, we're going to have to go back to the action. Good to see you again, old friend. All right, back to the action. This is round 4. And now Mercado suddenly got in a number of left jabs and then followed with a good right. A change in the momentum of the fight. Perhaps a loss of rhythm by Shavers because of that suspension of action and the changing of the glove. Earnie covering. Mercado coming back. And the crazy things happen in boxing. Two minutes left in the round. Oh, Shavers staggered by a Mercado right. Did you see that? Earnie covering, keeping those gloves in front of his eyes. Ernie Shavers was hurt, and there is a red welt under the eye that underwent the surgery. Minute and a half, or thereabouts, left in the round. We're not certain of the precision of our timing. Mercado with a good right because of that time suspension. Though the timekeeper is next to us to our left. Earnie just covering. Mercado now pounding it. Earnie taking blow on blow. And you wonder about this. Now blood coming from under Ernie's left eye. A huge swelling. The eye itself half closed. A minute left in the fourth round. We didn't think this fight would go long in the fourth round, but we did think it would be action-packed and a slugfest, and it is all of that. Mercado looks like a new man since that suspension of time while the glove was changed. Very, very strange situation. Mercado shaking his head. Shavers hurt. Shavers staggered. Mercado seemingly not wanting to hit Shavers in that eye. We are approaching the end of the round. And it was all Mercado. The bell for round 5. It has been a strange fight, as I said, in round 4, but action-packed. We have had one knockdown. It occurred in the 3rd round. It was registered by Shavers. In the 4th round, action had gotten underway. Was suspended for a change of gloves. The referee, Paul Venti, had discovered that one of Shavers' gloves was split, showed it to Jersey Joe Walcott, the Jersey boxing chairman, and they ordered a suspension of action and a change of gloves. From that point on, Mercado staggered Shavers, hit him all over the ring. Shavers suffered a cut under the left eye, which had undergone microsurgery for a detached retina. Now this, Shavers coming back again. We're almost a minute into the round. I'd like to alert our stations along the line that at the end of this round, we'll be taking a station break.
Step out, man. Step out. Step out.
5th round action. Now Shavers begins to take the offensive again, working to the midsection. Frankly, going into this fight, I didn't think it would last this long. Mercado took everything from Shavers in that 3rd round when he was knocked down, but did not go down again. Showed great courage. Now Mercado is hurt again. He's holding on and pinned against the rope. The blows don't seem crisp anymore. We can be sure they hurt. These are heavyweights, and Shavers is famed as a terrific puncher.
Let's break. Step out, man.
But the hands seem heavy, and the arm. Shavers bludgeoning wildly. Mercado, the opposite of the fighter he was the last round. 25 seconds to go. Venti with a butt. Blood coming down from that left eye. We'll return with more of the Shavers-Mercado heavyweight fight after this from our local station. The bell for round 6. We are live from Great Gorge, New Jersey. Shavers, Earnie Shavers to the left. Mercado now to the left. Shavers had Mercado in the 3rd round. Couldn't finish it. Mercado had Shavers in the 4th round after the change of Shavers' glove. Shavers was getting to Mercado in the 5th round. Frankie Luca, Shavers' manager and trainer, told him between rounds, you've got it. But there, with a strong left. Quickly, Shavers used his gloves for cover. So Mercado is still in there. And though Luca told Shavers Mercado's ready to quit, there is no evidence to support that statement. round. And fatigue is beginning to set in, as you can see, upon both fighters. The legs grow weary, the arms grow weary. There's a stunning right against Mercado by Shavers, but Mercado didn't go down. Another wild right that connected. As was suggested, the punches are losing their sting. Counting down in the 6th round. Shavers round thus far. My unofficial scoring, I have Shavers ahead 3 rounds to 2. They score in a round system in this state with a supplemental 5-point must system to avoid double. Now Mercado beginning to answer back. And Earnie covering. Earnie coming up with that left. Keeping his head down. Going to the midsection in response to the exhortation of his manager, Shavers, and then trying to go upstairs. That's the way he floored Mercado in the 3rd. A left to the belly, then the right to the face. Wild miss by Earnie. And apparently this fight will go into the 7th round, unless something happens very quickly. That's Ernie Shavers getting up for the start of action live here in Great Gorge, New Jersey, round 7. Ernie Shavers' left eye puffed and half swollen half shut. There! Mercado suddenly with a combination, and Shavers went down. Mercado has been amazing in this fight thus far. It is a tired Ernie Shavers against the rope. Shavers, after taking a beating in the 4th round, reassumed command in the 5th. Now he's just covering, and he is dead tired. And there'll be no more comeback for Ernie Shavers should he lose to Bernardo Mercado, who is peppering him at will with Shavers against the rope, trying to cover, but not able to. Frank Luker in the corner. The fight is stopped. The end of the road, quite clearly, for Ernie Shavers. Bernardo Mercado surprising everybody with his courage in the wake of his losses to Big John Tate and Mike Weaver when he collapsed against Tate in the 2nd round after a decent enough 1st round. Mercado coming back from a 3rd round knockout. This was 48 seconds, a knockdown I should have said. 48 seconds in the 7th round. The fight stopped by referee Paul Venti. Now, we're going to go to slow motion. This, the left, you saw Mercado steadily using the left, the right, then in came that left to the chin, and that's what sent Shavers down. Another angle. Look at Mercado, punch after punch. It came suddenly in the 7th round because Shavers seemed to have the edge in the 6th as he had in the 5th. And so Bernardo Mercado from Colombia, the winner by TKO, and the end for Ernie Shavers. We'll be back. We are back live as you look at the scene here in the tennis pavilion at Great Gorge, New Jersey, the Playboy Resort Club. And it ended abruptly, 48 seconds of the 7th round. A TKO right now. We didn't want to bother him until now. He is not feeling very well. He's being helped down by Frank Luca, his manager, trainer, and friend, Ernie Shavers. Ernie, one doesn't like to talk to you at a time like this. I know how much this comeback meant to you. But does this spell, quite candidly, the end for you?
Huh?
Does this spell the end of your career for you?
I'll play a few more times to the end of the year, and we'll continue to fight. I think the layup hurt me for a while. I've been off for a while. I think I need more time to get ready, but one of those things.
In the meantime, there's an ugly gash over the eye that underwent surgery, a terrible swelling under it. Now, you know how you feared for your very eyesight when you had that operation. Did that affect your fighting today?
No, I don't think so. Howard, you know, it's one of those things I got cut. I think a little time off, I'll be okay. Come back, I'll get back in the gym soon. I think I need more time to train for this fight. I've been in the gym after about 4 or 5 weeks. I should have 8 weeks to get ready.
Frank, I must bring you into this. You love this man.
Yes, sir.
Do you want Ernie to fight anymore?
It's a decision that he and I were going to have to talk about very seriously. You know, the fight game has been good to Ernie. It's been good to me. And the most important thing is Ernie's health and his well-being. This thing here passes from one day to another to different men. And my first concern is Ernie's health and his well-being. We'll have a long talk about it.
All right, Ernie, whatever you do, I care only about your physical safety and well-being. You take care of yourself. Oh, thank you. Here comes Bernardo Mercado. Frankly, I can't tell you. He just got a kiss, as perhaps you saw, from Mercado, who really showed himself to be so terribly game, especially when he could have folded up in the third round after being knocked down. So, let's see what we can learn from Bernie. Bernardo, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you, Howard. I trained very hard for this fight. I know Earnie Shaver is a good fighter now. Right now, yeah, the only man have a big power here and myself, you know, because I punch hard too. Now, I want to fight for the title with Larry Hong, you know, because I think I have the ability for be Larry Hong and for be heavyweight champion in the world.
All right, Bernardo. When you impressed me most was in that third round when he floored you with the left to the stomach and the right up there against your face. And you fought back from that, which quite candidly you didn't seem to be able to do against John Tate. Now, how do you account for your better performance here?
Yeah. Well, I'll explain it. He used to smoke. So now you don't smoke no more, and that's the whole difference. That's the whole difference. He'll take Tate now in 2 rounds. Tate, Ali, Holmes, they all belong in a comic strip next to him.
The exuberance of a winner, or at least the manager of a winner. All right, Bernardo, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Howard.
Well, wait a second. While you're still here, let's look at that knockdown.
Okay.
Now, there you go. The left again. You had been hitting him with it ceaselessly. And then that left uppercut was what put Ernie on the floor. So that's it. As you look at the face, battered as it is, especially in the area of Bernardo's left eye, of the winner. 48 seconds of the 7th round. Thank you both very much. Okay. Thank you very much. Now I'd like to return you to my colleague, Frank Gifford.